Hey everyone, Cody from Mac Telecom Networks. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the system log. In Unifi 3.0, they've added quite a bit to the system logs, and now we can see firewall rules being logged if we're hitting block actions. If you'd like to support my channel, the best way to do so is to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers. If you'd like to hire me for network consulting, you could visit my website at mactelecomnetworks.com. First, let's take a look at the system logs for the Unifi OS console. You can see that I'm running on UDM SE version 3.0.13. Hopefully this comes to the UDM Pro shortly. I know a lot of people are waiting on that. But to get to our system log, we're going to go over to the left-hand side and click on system log. Now this is going to tell us a couple things. It's going to show us the category, the event details, and then the time. Having a timestamp is pretty critical to see if one of your admins maybe started an application or shut it down. And if that broke something, then you know who did it. With mine, I'm the only administrator on this console, and we could see that we did some admin activity. So Cody McCallum accessed the Unifi OS via the console's IP. If you're accessing it remote, it will tell you this. We'd also see that I shut down Unifi Access and I started Unifi Protect. They do have this nice feature here where you could go to manage admins, and this will bring you to your admin page. It will also show us when updates were performed, so we could see that UID was updated, and then we could click here to view the improvements. This view improvements will bring us to the community page. That's it for the console system log, but now we could dig deeper into the Unifi network system log. So same on the left-hand side, we could see system log, and this is going to show us a bunch of different categories. So we have critical, we have security detections, which is only going to show up here if you have threat management turned on, and I'll show you that in a minute. We have updates, we have admin activity, clients, APs, and then we have triggers, and we could also set push notifications if we'd like. Now under the system log, under critical, this will show us critical events. We see that I was having packet loss, and it's telling me to please restart my modem. I was doing some testing during this time. We'd see that the USW Flex also went offline. We can search for certain things in this search function up top. So if I put in Bell, it will bring up all the events that involve Bell, or we could type offline, and this will bring that up as well. I really do like that function because we're able to narrow down to specific events. Next, we have our security detections, and we'll turn this off to show you that it won't show up here. So we'll go over to settings, and then I'll go to firewall and security. From firewall and security, we're going to turn threat management off and apply the changes. Now, when we go back to our system log, that's not going to show up. So you can see that the security detections is now gone, and it's just critical and then updates. So we're going to want to turn that back on, but if you don't see it, that's the reason why. Now, if we click on security detections, this is where all of our threat management alerts go to. So I'll click on it, and I do have quite a few for this one device. I do know what that one device is, and it's connecting out to VPN, so this is safe, and I have put it in the allow list. But if we click on one of these events, it will bring up some more details. At the top, it tells us it was TFTP on November 25th, 2022, and then it says understanding security detections. We could also see the date, the device, the counterpart, and then the direction, which was outgoing. It will give us an explanation of the potential risk, and then it will tell us the traffic of where it was going to. So the source was from my internal network, and then it was connecting to this other private network, which was a VPN network. And we're going to allow this. And the interface that it's going out is one of the virtual router interfaces, the Bridge 20. Protocol is UDP. So if we scroll down, we could block this connection, we could block the IP, or we could allow it, which I have done. Next section is our update section. This will tell us if our UDM SE has been updated, as well as any of our unified devices. Here we could see the USW Enterprise 24 was updated to 6.3.13. And then under admin activity, this is going to show us when our admins have logged in. Obviously, I'm the only admin of this device, so you can see me accessing quite a bit, and there's 175 logs. Under our client list, we could see when the clients disconnect or when they connect. You could see the Apple iPhone has connected to one of my SSIDs, and we could see it also disconnected. If we click on this SSID, it will bring us to the wireless network. So we could do some changes to this network if we'd like. Under our access points, this will show us anything that happens with the APs, but most of mine have just been changing channels. So I've changed from channel 36 to 157 to avoid interference. Under triggers, this is where we're going to see our firewall rules, as well as a few other things that would be blocking. Here we could see that I have the block inner VLAN routing, and this is one of my firewall rules. If we click on that, it will bring us to the rule. We'd see it's LAN in, block inner VLAN routing, drop, and then it's blocking source from RFC 1918 to destination of RFC 1918. And it's showing us that my Mac Telecom UMVR was blocked from accessing 192.168.10.229. I'm not too sure why my UMVR is trying to access that, but this will allow me to dig in a little bit deeper. Now, clicking on the log for that block of the UMVR, it will show us the flow, the timestamp, the client, which is my UMVR, and then it will show us the firewall rule that was preventing it from going through. It will also show us the source and then the destination, and at the bottom we could edit the rule or we could pause the rule. In the top right corner, we have a calendar where we could change the time range where we want to view the logs, and we also have a display option. Under the display options, we have our clients. We could drill down to just one client if we want to see some rules for that. And then we have different types. We have traffic rule, we have traffic route, and then we have our firewall rules. We could also do search triggers with this, and we could do blocked and press enter. And this will bring up everything that was blocked, which is quite a bit, by that inner VLAN routing rule. Now, the last thing we'll touch on in this video is the filtering activity. This should work, but it's not working for me right now, and I think a couple other people have had this issue. We should be able to see the threats that have been blocked, which you did see that whole list that I had before, also with ad blocks and then traffic rule enforcement. I don't see anything with my graph, and I just think it's a bug and it's not working properly. Let me know in the comments if you have this working. So that's it for this video on system log within Unifi 3.0. I think they've done great work with it and they're only going to expand. If you have any questions about this video, please leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. All right, thanks.